It's not a human?
Stop doing this. It's
not a human?
ridiculous. No.
We were setting up to pray to begin the campaign here at St. Patrick's. A pro-abortion woman came and started drawing on the concrete sidewalk right in front of the church. She wrote, "Keep abortion safe and legal." Abortion is not safe, should be illegal.
What about the baby's choice?
I'm about the woman's choice, but if it was unlawfully made or
That doesn't make it less human.
I'm saving the babies.
No.
Are you pro-life?
You don't have a right to tell me what to do with my life. You don't have a right.
It's not very nice of you.
Go to hell, mother.
Not very nice.
Go to hell, mother.
This was pure cinema. The fact that she tried to attack him or did attack him and then her own headphones fell and broke, and it's all her own fault. You tried to assault someone and karma hit you back in the face. Poetic justice.
The more I watch that clip of Kamala walking away, don't care if I sound delusional, the more I feel like things are gonna be okay. She practically went, you know, sometimes the fight takes longer. Just give me 5 minutes.
Bro, you have some other things you should be worrying about.
Last night, the conversation my fiance and I had before we went to bed was, if this happens, we won't be having kids. At least not in the next 4 years. We definitely can't have them in the state we live in now. I'm already a high risk, and if we wait 4 years, I'll be pushing 36, which makes me high risk and a geriatric pregnancy, which means it's probably never gonna happen for me. Not here in the US, definitely not here in Charleston, South Carolina. We could move back to our home state of Maine. They're a protected state, or to Vermont, somewhere in New England. But even then, who's to say what's gonna happen? And then waking up to texts between myself and my female friends and my LGBTQ plus friends, and not knowing what the world's gonna look like for them either. And then coming to school this morning and realizing someone might wanna put a gun in my hand to protect these kids. That's all we did at our last teacher in service day, was prepare for gun lockdowns. I teach 2- and 3-year-olds, and that's the world they're growing up into. So I hope you voted, and I hope you know what you did when you voted.
I find this video hilarious, and the whole 4B movement hilarious, and wives wanting to not give their boyfriends or husbands sex hilarious, because the only men who are going to be affected from this are liberal men, the ones who support all of this nonsense. You're the ones who are not going to be getting sex, while your wife and your girlfriend is going to be going to their other boyfriend to get it from them. This whole movement doesn't affect anyone but the people who are on your side, and I'm here for it.
What?
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
What sign? He's your president now.
He won.
He's your president now.
She couldn't even go address her own followers that night. How weak is that? And you wanted that for a leader? You're too weak to go represent the people that came to you? No, that's an awesome sign. Hell yeah, he won. Trump is back, baby. Trump is back, baby. Yes.
Of course, the community of love and acceptance showing us how loving and accepting they are, as usual. Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Also subscribe to my new channel, Yinka Unfiltered, which will be linked in the description down below. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
I just want to say, I know this week has been an incredibly difficult week for a lot of us. It's been difficult. There's just no words, right? It's an understatement. It's been a lot. What I came on here to say, first and foremost, is that if you are someone who is online right now, commenting, reposting stories, or making fun of the people who are sad this week, or belittling them, mocking them, if that's something that you are actively doing and finding joy in online right now, truly, just the biggest of these. How dare you try to invalidate something that an entire group, multiple groups of humans are going through right now, whether they're feeling scared or helpless. Any of those feelings, as a human, would you laugh at another human when you see that they're obviously struggling? Fuck the biggest of dicks. And I don't mean that in a good way.
And we're going to continue making videos, and thank you for another video so that I can make another video on the videos you're going to continuously produce for me and everyone in the same circle as myself. Thank you.
I learned a lot about women. I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, "Wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die. And all our dreams come true the instant that we have them." And Eve said, "Yeah, it's just not enough, is it?"
I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on here because something feels fucking weird, and I have avoided saying something, one, because everyone's talking about it, but I don't want to stoop to that level. But something feels fucking weird. I'm one of the people who woke up in the middle of the night of election night just feeling a weird feeling, and I spent all day Thursday with a horrible fucking headache, like sleeping all day, only waking up to throw up. And I've seen other people say that shit as well. Something is fucking weird, and I love a conspiracy person just as much as the next, but I really do believe that something is weird going on. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm kind of hopeful. I don't know. I feel like something's gonna happen.
I'm sure you guys who have watched all of these videos are seeing a correlation, and that correlation is, for some reason, all of these insane people seem to have all of these very interesting piercings. But at least for us, it lets us know who the crazy ones are. And sorry to all the people who are not crazy and don't believe in all of this stupidity who do have these types of piercings, because you're getting caught in the crossfires, unfortunately.
Well, it's happening. The family wants to know what I'm doing for the holidays. I'm going to be here with my dogs and my daughter, who is of childbearing age and now has to get an IUD at 17 years old. And I'm going to be here with my son, who is a political target. And that should really tell you all you need to know about why I'm not going to be hanging out with y'all for the holidays. So fuck off. Choke on your turkey. Bye.
Damn, what a very sad family. And I'm not surprised that she mentions a daughter, a son, and no husband. And the fact that you're saying your 17-year-old daughter is getting an IUD because you want her to be raw dogged by other men is very disgusting. But I'm not surprised by people who are as crazy as yourself and who make videos like this at your very grown age. Not everyone is opening their legs the way your children and your family members do. And if it is the case that you are opening your legs, I'm trying to figure out the types of men who are entering someone like you.
If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Magic.
What if you had super strength? Would you use that to secure the southern border?
That's a good question. Can we talk about what is the southern border?
Yeah, it's the wall in between Texas and Mexico. It's
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Where the illegal immigrants are crossing it.
It would be great to have a system to get them here easier, but like, who are we to say no? Like, it's supposed to be the land of the free, and yet we are here and we're like, no, you can't come. And
do you think they should be able to vote?
Absolutely.
Illegal immigrants?
Yeah, because I wouldn't even call them illegal immigrants. I would call them undocumented citizens, because they're still citizens.
Now, if you are to ask this individual, would you let these same illegal immigrants come into your home? I can guarantee you the answer would be no. But of course, they would allow them to come into the country as long as it's not directly influencing them, because at the end of the day, it's going to influence them. But of course, they're too stupid to realize that as long as they're coming to the country and it's not directly influencing them, they're fine with that.
Think critically. Well, it would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
It's not going to get any better with Elon Musk now in the administration.
Basically, what they were saying is if they can cancel the people they want to cancel and allow the people they want to speak, that would have been great for them. It's over for legacy media.
All the Avengers get together like, hey, are you trying to get me to hate superhero movies? You trying to show me your real weird personalities and get me to hate superhero movies?
Kamala forever. That's better.
Why are you doing that? If I was running the Avengers, I'd be like, hey guys, cut this shit. Do you think one person is going to vote for Kamala Harris because they saw that Iron Man wants them to vote for Kamala Harris? Are you crazy?
The fact that they bought and paid all of these celebrities is absolutely hilarious, and they still lost.
We know like a lot of illegal immigrants that came into New York City and across America. Do you guys think it's right that illegal immigrants here in New York specifically get free housing, free healthcare, and free food?
I believe that regardless of who you are and your legality, that everybody deserves free healthcare, free food, and free housing, all 100% across the board.
Should we let anybody come into America?
Anybody that needs to be here and should be refugees, yeah.
Underneath the Biden-Harris administration, there has been obviously like 12 million plus illegal immigrants coming to the country. Out of those 12 million, 400,000 of them were vetted, and 400,000 were vetted that turned out to be criminals. 13,000 were murderers, and 11,000 were rapists. Do you think they should allow them?
How about all of the people that are already here that are rapists and murderers that are citizens? That doesn't change anything. How about Donald Trump, girl?
Can we kick him out? So are you defending rapists from other countries?
I am saying that it doesn't matter your citizenship situation. There are already rapists and murderers that are legal here in the U.S.
Should they have let those 13,000 murderers in because they vetted them, and then even after knowing they were murderers, they let them in?
The argument that you're making is a very different problem than what you're saying right now. You know what I mean?
So what am I saying?
So you're saying that we shouldn't let them in because they were
murderers.
What about the people that are already here?
The combined IQ of the three women in this video was not more than 50.
What's going to happen in America now? What are things going to be like?
Hard. I'm a disabled person. I'm really worried about losing my health care. I've been very explicitly told by doctors, like if I ever got pregnant and couldn't get an abortion, I would very likely die because of my disabilities. I don't know what happens from here. So, yeah.
How do you think people are coping with this outcome who feel like you feel?
Yeah, people are having a really hard time. I don't know. I got up, I went to work. I think there's a lot of just trying to be in community and try to figure out what we do next, and especially figuring out how we come together with people who are ready to fight for all of us and to fight for the future that we deserve and that didn't come to fruition in this election.
Look, I'm not a doctor, and if what you're saying is what the doctor said, I can come to the same conclusion, and he might have been trying to be nice with it, but the conclusion is maybe get yourself to the gym.
I am tired of acting like this is some type of crazy crackpot conspiracy theory, because it's not. There is valid reasons to say, hey, something doesn't seem right here, okay? Because first off, the man is a criminal, okay? Criminals gonna crim. That's what they do, okay? They commit crimes. He has been committing crimes quite literally his entire life. I'm fairly sure his dad probably taught him how to, okay? This man, who has never had to work for anything in his entire life, ever, never had to work for anything. Everything that he has ever had or ever wanted has been handed to him. The values of hard work have never been instilled in him, okay? People like that don't know how to work for things. They only know how to skate by on life as things are handed for him. He is no longer allowed to run a business in the state of New York because of fraud. He defrauded a charity. He defrauded a college. He is a 34-time felon who has never won a popular vote. And after a year's worth of campaigning where he and his campaign have managed to be massively offensive to damn near every single demographic of person except for straight white men, somehow gained that much popularity. Come on now. And then you guys want to freak out and think that nothing's going to be done. You think that a black woman that was raised by a single mother who went on to get her law degree, who went on to become the DA of San Francisco, who served 2 terms in the state Senate for the state of California, who then went on to be the Attorney General of the state of California and then the Vice President of the United States, did not see the possibility of him doing something like this. And not to mention, he's done it before. He did it before. He tried to do it before. We've all heard the phone call. If I just need you to find me 11,800 more votes. We all fucking heard it. So, because it didn't work with enough legal people, or enough people in legal positions to interfere on his behalf, he then went and incited a mob of tens of thousands of people to storm the Capitol and attempt to overthrow the government because he lost. It is not impossible for these things to be tampered with and interfered with, but it is wholly improbable for these things to have been tampered with whenever there was an investigation done, there was a recount done, there was a case taken to over 60 different courts, and no evidence was provided. It was deemed a free and fair election. 60 times, okay? It is not unreasonable to think that this man asked bestie number 1, Fartin, and bestie number 2, Starboy, to do a little bit of interference on his behalf because it's also their behalf. It benefits them too. Of course they would be willing to do some shit if they could. And it's going to be investigated, y'all. It's going to be invested. It's going to be looked into. And if it is once again deemed a free and fair election, fine. Whatever. We will all go down together, okay? And I take comfort in that. I'll shut the hell up about it. I'm not going to be the person that's going to be screaming stolen and rigged for the next 4 fucking years just because the outcome wasn't what I wanted. But I'm just saying that if light comes to light and some fishy shit happened, then it happened. And there's a good bit of us that are not going to be surprised. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. She is a career prosecutor, okay? She was not lying when she said, I know his type. She has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations successfully. She wasn't lying when she said, I know his type, and she wasn't lying when she said, yes, we are prepared for whatever happens after the election. As the kids would say, just let mama cook. Just let mama cook. It's only a matter of time before we know if we really truly are fucked for the next 4 years or if we've still got a saving hope. But